Good afternoon, His Excellency, the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Nepal, Excellencies, scholars, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. To begin with, may I take the opportunity to thank the hosts, both the Sichuan University and Tribhuvan University of Nepal, for inviting me here. This is indeed a very rare occasion for me to come all the way from Malaysia to this part of the world. The invitation gave me the opportunity to study and learn more about the challenges confronting Nepal, one of the Himalayan economies with its uniqueness amid the global changing dynamics. Meanwhile, due credit has to be accorded to the organizers for their proactiveness in hosting such an event, which I would say is very stimulating. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, Nepal is so near and yet so far to me, and many others from Southeast Asia, including Malaysia. On the one hand, Nepal is one of the few frequented destinations to my fellow Buddhist pilgrims, alongside being the country where I had once dispatched my medical aid team in the wake of a disastrous earthquake in 2015. On the other hand, it is a distant economy which has hardly made its presence felt in my country and region, though it is one of the few main sources of supply of labor to Southeast Asians in the region. Ladies and gentlemen, indeed, Nepal's trade with the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, is relatively recent and small compared to its trade with India. In 1974 and 75, Nepal's exports to ASEAN countries were only 2% of its total exports, while its exports to India were 84%. The accession to the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation, or in short, BIMSTEC, in 2004 did not seem to have enhanced Nepal's trade with ASEAN conspicuously. The grouping, comprising Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Thailand and Nepal, seeks to establish a more comprehensive free trade area and constitutes a bridge between South Asia and Southeast Asia. Yet, over the years, the acronym BIMSTEC remains relatively remote to Southeast Asia. Neither has the heavy overlapping membership of BIMSTEC and South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, or in short, SAARC agreement in Nepal, India, Bhutan, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka facilitated the intra-regional cooperation between both the SAARC and ASEAN members. The South Asian Free Trade Area, or in short, SAFTA, ratified under the framework of South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation Agreement, comprises 8 signatory nations, namely Nepal, Bhutan, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Maldives and Afghanistan. It provides a good conduit for regional economic integration and cooperation. It is framed as a parallel to ASEAN Free Trade Area in South Asia. Yet, the SAARC is yet to make the same economic strides as ASEAN. It has been in existence for several decades, as far as I can remember. Yet, it remains the least integrated region in the world, as was correctly pointed out by His Excellency, the Ambassador, earlier. The biggest challenge lies in delivery and consensual decision-making, which in many instances is subject to geopolitical disruptions and distractions within the region. Under the prevailing global geopolitical dynamics, ladies and gentlemen, ASEAN has never been spared from the challenges posed by disputes and major power rivalry either. Nonetheless, ASEAN as a regional bloc does not allow the overlapping territorial claims over some parts of South China Sea by several claimant states in ASEAN to derail the trade relations with its top trading partner, that is China. China, the comprehensive strategic partner of ASEAN, has been the latest top trading partner since the year 2009, while the 10-member bloc began to surpass the European Union as China's top trading partner in the year 2020, when the pandemic was ravaging in the region. Since then, ASEAN and China have been each other's top trading partner. Ladies and gentlemen, the ASEAN-China Free Trade Area, implemented on January the 1st, 2010, is the cornerstone for deepening the robust economic engagement. Having been incorporated with the provisions of trade in goods, early harvest program, trade in services, investment, dispute settlement mechanism, and economic cooperation, the recent substantial conclusion of the FTA 3.0 upgrade further witnessed the inclusion of consumer protection and competition provisions, alongside a conspicuous shift to the emerging drivers of growth in sustainable development like e-commerce, clean energy, and sustainable infrastructure. In the first 8 months of this year, from what I gather here, ladies and gentlemen, the China-ASEAN trade figures reach $638 billion US dollars, marking a year-on-year increase of 10% and accounting for 15.7% of China's total foreign trade during the same period. Prior to that, it posted $722 billion US dollars in 2022, accounting for nearly 1/5 of ASEAN's global trade. The figures further galloped to $911.7 billion US dollars in the year 2023, inching even closer to the $1 trillion US dollars mark as the bloc continues to integrate itself into the China-centric global value chain. Be that as it may, ladies and gentlemen, while embracing the China-initiated Belt and Road Initiative, ASEAN maintains its centrality in addressing the security concerns and development priorities, alongside straddling the delicate geopolitical rivalry between China and the United States.